Okay, here are questions 17 through 20 on your final exam review for Algebra 1. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, 17. Write the system of equations and find the solution. So I'm going to label this equation 1, and this one is going to be equation 2. For each equation, I need a slope and a y-intercept. So I need my m and my b. So for equation 1, my b value is right here at 3. And if I want to find slope, I need to find one more perfect point, like this one. And slope is rise over run. So here's my rise, which is +1, and my run, which is +1. Which means that my slope is 1. So for equation 1, my equation is y equals mx plus b. For equation 2, I need my m and my b. So my b value for equation 2 is right here at -4. And if I want to find my slope, I need another perfect point, which is right here. So I'm going to do slope, which is rise over run. In this case, we're going to fall, okay, 1, 2, 3 units, so that's -3. And then I'm going to run 4 units. So some of you sometimes go up and over, but you forget to include your negative sign. So be really careful about that. We always go from the left to the right, okay? So we don't ever go from this right point over here to this left point. We're going to start on the left and move towards the right. So that way we make sure to not lose our negative sign there. So -3 over 4 is our slope. So we have y equals -3 over 4x minus 4. The solution is just where those 2 points intersect, and we can see that that is right there. So that point would be considered, so we need something, comma, something. So here's 0, 0, -1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go down 1, -1. All right, so that is the solution. That is where they intersect. 18, now we're going to graph. So we're basically going to do the same thing, but backwards. So this is going to be one equation. That's going to be the other equation. So I'll start with the first one. This is mx plus b. So my b value is at -5 here. My slope is +3, so that's the same as 3 over 1. That means I'll go up 3 and over 1. All right, and then we want to line them up. I did a bad job right there. Okay. And draw our line through the entire thing. We don't have any qualities here, so we don't have to worry about dashed lines or solid lines. They're equal signs, so they're solid. And then this one is at +2, and my slope is -1 over 2, so that means down 1 over 2. So down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. So it's pretty clear here where they intersect. If it had asked us for the solution, that would be the solution right there, which is at +2, 1. So it didn't necessarily ask us for that, but that is an easy way to find the solution of that system. 19. Now we have inequality symbols, so we're going to have to be careful, and then it's going to have us list some possible solutions. So again, I have 2 different ones. So I'll start with the first one. This is mx plus b. So my b value is at -1. My slope is -4. So that's the same as -4 over 1. So that is down 4 to the right 1. So down 4 to the right 1. I'm going to go ahead and go backwards. So to do full backwards, I'm going to have to go opposite of this, which is up, and opposite of this, which is left. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Just to give me that third point to make sure my line is a little bit nicer. It is underlined. So before I actually graph my line, I want to check because I do have inequality symbols. So this one is underlined, which means I'm going to have a solid line. And it says less than, so that means I'm going to shade below. So I'm going to put my marker on the line and I'm going to make an arrow below. So this is the side I should be shading. And I just overwent it just a little bit, didn't I? I got overzealous. Oh, apparently my whiteout's out. Oh well, that little part doesn't count. That's my bad. Okay, second line. I'm at +2, and my slope is a negative sign, which really means -1 over 1. So that's down 1 to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1. Okay. All right, and as I line that up, this is also underlined, so this is also going to be solid. Now this one says greater than, so I'm shading this side. All right, which means that my solution space is this tiny little triangle right there where I have pink and blue. So if I'm going to list 2 possible solutions, I will take that one and that one just to be safe. So I have -2, this one right here, -2, 5, and this one is -3, 6. Okie dokes. I could always graph those on my calculator and double check for anybody who has forgotten how to do that. I will show you that really quick. I'm going to zoom out. There we go. So we would go to New Document, brighten this up a little bit. There we go. New Document, don't save, add a graph. And actually, I could have also done it for this problem as well. I could have graphed them to look at them and then help me to write it on my paper. But for shading and for this might be helpful. So we're going to delete the equal sign on this one. We're going to go to relation, y less than or equal to -4x minus 1, tab, y, whoops, what have I done? Tab. Greater than or equal to -x plus 2. And we can see that that tiny little space is there. If you don't know, you can go to Menu, and you can go to View. Yeah, and you can go down to Grid. And you can have gridded lines if they don't give them to you. And then that helps you find those points, right? So we said -2, 5, that works. And then we said -3, 6, that works. Okay. So you can check your work that way as well. All right, last one on this video is number 20. We're going to write these inequalities. So I'm going to call this one inequality 1. And this is going to be inequality 2. And then we'll list 2 possible solutions. So just like we did before, I need my M and my B. And then I'm also going to need my symbol. Okay. So my B value is up here at 6. And I need another perfect point. There's 1 to find my slope. So remember, we go from left to right. So I'm not going to go down. I'm going to start on this left point and I'm going to go up 6 and over 1. So my slope is 6 and my b value is 6. So I know that I'm going to have mx plus b. So I have 6x plus 6. And I know I'm going to have a y. I just don't know what my symbol is, right? So this is dashed, right? So I know that it's not going to be underlined. And if I put my marker on the line, it's shaded up. So that means it's going to be greater than. If it was shaded down, it would be less than. Okay, inequality 2. I need M, B, and symbol. So this one was dashed and shaded below. Oh, I'm sorry. Above. Alright, over here, my B value is at -5. And my slope, there's a perfect point, is up 2 over 4, which is 1/2. So I'm going to have 1/2 x minus 5. I'm going to have a y. So now I have to look. This is solid. So this is solid. So it's going to be underlined. And if I put my marker on it, it is also shaded above. So it is also going to be greater than. All right? All right, so 2 solutions would be anything over here. So I'm going to pick this one, which is, here's 0, 0. So -7, 2. And technically I could pick one of these points on the solid line because it's a solid line. So -4, -7 would work. Non-solutions, how about that guy? 5, 5. Hey, look at me. And I could pick a point on the dotted line. And that would not be a solution because it's a dotted line or a dashed line. So that is at 0, 6. Okay, so remember, if it's in the double shaded region, it's on the solid line, it works. If it's on the dashed line, it does not work. You can graph. I could graph these to check my answer as well if I was not satisfied that this was the answer, if I was maybe nervous about it. So y greater than 6x plus 6. Okay. Looks like mine. And if you look really closely, you can see that it's dotted. Yeah. So what we'll see here, there we go, is it's shaded everything, but this dark space over here, that's our double shade, and that matches our double shade. Okay, so this over here would be considered the solution set, and everything else is not the solution set because it's not the double shade. All right, guys, you're awesome.